Int. Amber Erotic Resort, Night. We are at an erotic resort where they serve foods on naked girls. It's one of its kind, owned by Amber Heard the actress. We see muscular men carrying naked girls that have all kinds of foods on their bodies and placing them in front of customers. There are girls who are dancing inside cages naked. But they are not the main attraction, used in the background to give the place glamour. The real show is on the stage. A beautiful girl named Miley strips on the stage with closer by 9-inch nails erotically, tied up in S&M and bandage. It's explicit. We have never seen anything like this in real life. Scarlett and Justin sit at the table with glasses of wines, enjoying their outings. As a matter of fact, they are waiting for their meal, while conversing. But we don't hear what they are saying due to closer by 9-inch nails, which is playing on the soundtrack as well. Yet Scarlett can't take her eyes from Miley, who is dancing erotic as if she were crucified on the cross in her soul and left to die naked while bleeding emotionally. She makes Madonna a virgin, touching herself sexually in eroticism. All eyes are on her, and Miley can feel it, scorching her sense of presence, as she continues to get lost in the spotlight. It doesn't look like a striptease. It's a sex show. Scarlett wonders what makes a girl dance like this. Is it love or just an act? She thinks it must be love. Then 4 muscular guys come from the kitchen carrying a naked girl that has all kinds of seafoods on her body, move down the club, and places the meal in front of Scarlett and Justin. Scarlett seems not sure if she wants to eat food on a naked human anatomy. It's not because of it is wrong. However, she has never done it before. Yet, they said, there is always first time for everything. She grabs a shrimp from the girl's belly and eats it in ease. Meanwhile, Justin doesn't hesitate a beat. He built the place after all, must have come there several times, grabs a lobster from the girl's solar plexus and eats it naturally. Miley finishes dancing. Some young customers give her a round of applause, clenching their spoons and forks and knives while making noise. Scarlett can't help but clap with her hands. She then sees a man who looks like Tristan sitting with a beautiful girl. For seconds, she thought it was him. But he is completely a different person. It's her heart playing tricks on her. On the stage, comes the owner Amber Heard herself wearing S&M and tied up with chains, begins to strip in sensuality with These Eyes by the Guess Who mixed with solo guitar, Comfortably Numb by David Gilmour, Pink Floyd. She just gets down X-rated, putting the chain between her legs and rubbing her vagina with the steel while dancing in eroticism, as if she were possessed by sex demons. Everybody stops eating and begins to watch her in wonder. They are taken by her performance. Then come 4 supporting casts, 3 muscular men and a female, and begin to touch her in sexuality while strangulating her with the chains and making out with French kisses in a well-scripted act. Yet they stand aside and let Amber dance freely. She is the star of the show and doesn't let herself down, dancing XXX as if she lost her mind, heart, and soul, touching herself in sexuality. It's a figure of speech. But she gets down like Aphrodite on fire. However, Scarlett seems missing in her soul. She still thinks that man is Tristan. She has what people, who are deeply in love, would call it, out-of-body experience. Somehow, she finds herself on the stage, stripping for Tristan. In the meantime, Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven plays soulfully. Scarlett continues to dance, removing her cloth one by one in sensuality. She completely removes her clothes, except her underwear, and dances in eroticism, touching herself. It's extremely sensual. We think Amber got us by the heart, but Scarlett takes it to the next level, dancing as if her soul were put on fire, and her heart placed in scotch on the rocks, but somehow, she is immune to it. She is sweltering inside, turns that passion into the art of seduction, moving her body with tenderness, fervent desire, lust, and longing, and leaves us breathless. The audiences are speechless. Tristan too, who has been making out with his girlfriends with Kiss, turns his focus on Scarlett, despite the fact his girlfriend is all over him, touching his private part and kissing his ear. Then the 4 supporting casts approach Scarlett with chains and begin to touch her in sexuality while strangling her playfully in well-scripted performance. It looks dangerous and sadistic, at the same time, it's erotic, seductive, and inviting. Scarlett disappears in her character, she lies on the floor, the female dancer kisses her French. Simultaneously, the first 2 male dancers spread her legs with chains. The 3rd male dancer pours whiskey in her vagina and gives her oral pleasure while she is still wearing underwear. Scarlett breathes in and out deeply with sexual pleasure, reaching sweet orgasm. Then Whole Lotta of Love by Led Zeppelin plays with full volume, replacing Stairway to Heaven. Scarlett breaks free and begins to dance energetically, touching herself in temptation and craving. It's 2 different acts. She is filled with vigor and oomph, taking control of her heart, moving her body with authority, enticement, whole lot of love, and tenderness injected with fever. Scarlett is sweating as if she poured a bucket of water on herself like Jennifer Beals in Flashdance. However, it is her heart that is melting. She doesn't hold anything. She is after the missing piece to the puzzle of her heart, gives 110%. She wants that feeling of intoxicating love back. It feels so sweet, torturing, alluring, and addictive. Tristan too is stunned by her performance. They all are thunderstruck. The DJ plays Stairway to Heaven solo guitar by Jimmy Page Led Zeppelin. Scarlett removes her underwear and goes down with her knees, and stimulates her clitoris with her fingers vigorously like a nymphomaniac. Her body then trickles from her head to her toes. Scarlett bends backward as she reaches deep intense orgasm, closes her eyes with love, exhaustion, orgasm, and passion. The screen fades to black.